Anyway, that's what it is. Hey. Trying to get set up. Figured I'd start living before it's set up, bro. So, should I get up there maybe? Maybe that would be better. Trying to get a good setup. Trying to get a good live in. Tell you what, man, it's crazy. I got some crazy message sent to me. And I don't know if it's a snowflake or what. Anybody starting to watch this video, I'm here in the Philippines. Here in the Philippines from USA. And we's about to go live. Anyway, I'm just thinking about some crazy snowflake stuff that people will say by me doing that. F ya. That's all I got to say. F ya. Okay. I was going to get up here, but no, it's wet there. I can't do that. Let me maybe get over here or something. I figure it takes people forever to come into my live, so I might as well start getting set up before they freaking come. Let's try. Where's my bag at? Where'd I put my freaking bag? There it is. Let's try it here. And maybe we should do Philippine style. What do you think? Philippine style or American style? Or just Mike style? Original. Let's see. All messages. There we go. That's on. Hey. Try not to fall off this thing. Holy crap. And I'm a little scared of heights. But anyway, it is what it is. Face your fears, my friends. Face your fears. Try not to fall up here. Okay, here we go. Got it set up now. Still haven't figured out which hat, Philippine or American. This one I didn't really care for, but I bought it anyway. I like the color because I lost my other one. But, you know, try to stay that military green style. My other one, I don't know where the heck it is, but I got this one, found it. Problem is, it's got that freaking New York on it. Why it couldn't have North Carolina on it? NC. NC is better than NY. Come on, bro. Or USA would have been all right. Or Philippines would have been all right. And we'll just go ahead and throw it on here anyway. Let's see. Bro, my sis, do you want her? She's annoying. I tell you what, I'm tired of annoying people, bro. King Bob already hooked me up, man. What's up, bro? Appreciate that, King Bob. Let me like it. Let me heart it. You are the man. Yeah, you're the man because you're the king. Where you from, King Bob? Appreciate the love, bro. You're awesome. Akash. Happy Sunday, Mook. What's up? Akash. Akash is from India, guys. We love him anyway. As long as he brings some curry with him. It's my birthday. Really? D Weeks. D Weeks, where you from? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, dear Weeks. Happy birthday, dear Weeks. D Weeks. D Weeks. Yeah, D Weeks. Happy birthday, D Weeks. How old are you? Where's everybody from? Except for Akash. We already know where he's from. At least one of his parents is from India. The other one is probably from Pluto. Not positive. Florida. D Weeks is from Florida. That's cool, bro. 12. I was, yeah, I used to be 12 a couple of years ago. Happy birthday to you, man. Got big plans for your birthday? Like for the hearts? Laugh out loud. Yeah, you getting presents yet? Yeah, today's your birthday. That means, it's nighttime over there in the USA. And over here in the Philippines, it is right now 11:10 in the morning. No, just dinner with the family. Well, that's good. I hope you had a good family time and everything. Get some cake, bro. Anyway, all days are Sundays for Mook. Tell me about it, bro. It's awesome. King Vob's over in the USA and already been nice to me. Anybody else wants to be nice? Oh man, I appreciate that, King Bob. King Bob over in the USA. What part of USA, bro? Yeah, um, that dollar, bro, it goes a long ways in the Philippines. In the Philippines, for $1, I can get a haircut, bro. Matter of fact, I need a haircut. So there you go, Colorado. Oh, okay. Maybe I've seen you in my live then. I've seen some Colorado people. I just can't remember everybody's name. Anyway, we're gonna walk around this rooftop here. I'm on top of a roof and read comments and all that jazz. If anybody has any questions about Philippines or USA, because I lived in USA, Philippines, I lived in South Korea, Seoul, was in the military, went to school too long in college, master's degree in business. Any questions about anything, life or whatever, just bring it up. I've dealt with a lot of mental issues, not myself, but a lot of people around me. I've had a little bit of problems with myself too. Now that I think about it, but of course, a lot of the girlfriends I've had, they said I got mental problems. So my haircut costs $30. I know, bro. That's crazy, ain't it? USA, $30. That's insane, man. Yeah, you could get 30 haircuts over here for that. Yeah, haircut. Oshkosh. It's a little bit too bushy in the front. Makes me look like I got a freaking mohawk. See? Like I got a freaking mohawk. I don't like that. It's out of control in the front there. Of course, you caused the mental problems. Yeah, I probably do. You're probably right, Akash. I know I didn't cause all your mental problems, bro. Let's see. D Week says, I'm from Florida, but I live in Michigan. Oh, okay. What do you like better? Florida or Michigan? And why? Well, what do you like about Michigan and what do you like about Florida? Let's put it that way. And what do you dislike about them, too? I used to have a bunch of friends from Michigan that moved to North Carolina. They were super nice, and I was in the Army with Michigan. I tend to gel well with Michigan people for some reason. Let's see, how much does phones cost? How much does phones cost? Well, I got this iPhone 11 now, and I bought it not too long ago. It cost me about 15,000 pesos. So when you convert that into American money, that was about 270 dollars, $75, $275, I guess, somewhere around there. It's not an exact number, but this iPhone 11 that I have, it's about $275, and I use it for vlogging. And I had an old SE, and it was a smaller phone. It was hard to read on these live streams. So I tried to get something with a bigger screen. They told me this iPhone 11 had a good camera on it. The only thing is the batteries suck on iPhones, bro. They're horrible. Our cash says between $100 and $300. So yeah, that one. No, there's more. You get one of those brand new iPhones, you're gonna spend, dude. You're gonna spend like, I don't know, $1,000 or something. I don't know. But a lot of the phones that people buy over here, people usually don't get an iPhone because they usually cost more. But the picture quality is awesome on them, and it comes in handy with vlogging and doing my videos. I do all my videos from my iPhone. Um, those regular phones, normally people spend about close to $100, $150. That one that girl tried to scam me for, I think that was almost $200. Yeah, $150 to $200, somewhere around there. But I'm trying to remember when I got this phone, it was about 270, and they gave me a bunch of other stuff to go with it too. So it was a pretty good deal. Gave me a case. They gave me some different supplies for it. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. But I mean, there's people making. I mean, there's people buying phones for over $1,000, right? Ain't that insane? Hey, friend, what's up, Mike Venus? Over $1,000, man. I mean, people are paying monthly on their phones, and they're probably paying insurance too. It's like a car. Back in the USA, man, one of my first cars cost me $100 when I was what, 16, 17, something like that. When I was a teenager, I think I was 16 at the time. Yeah, back when I was a teenager, I bought a car for $100, bro. This phone cost more than that car. I had a bunch of change saved up. I put this big container, and I was putting quarters. Thank you for the hearts, by the way. Quarters and dimes and nickels in there until I had $100, and I found this car for $100. Couldn't open the door. You know, this was back when I was really poor. American poor though, so it's a little bit different than Filipino poor. But yeah, I couldn't even open the door. Had no muffler on it, so it was loud as crap. I got some crazy teenage stories to tell. I could talk about all that stuff. Yeah. Let's see. What's the current average salary in USA? Let's say an IT developer. You know that's going to be Akash. That's going to be a better question for AI, but I'm going to guess. Let's see. IT developer. My guess would be at least 100,000. Probably about 150,000 a year. That's my guess. But you can check it out. See how wrong I am. Mike says 120 to 200. Yeah, I said about 150. So yeah, I figured somewhere in there. But things, you know, things change. I don't know. I mean, at one time, yeah, it's probably around that area. It's probably. I don't think things have been moving much. I wonder if they've been moving down on salaries. You know, have they been moving down on salaries and up on cost? That would be my question. That wouldn't surprise me. Freaking this messed up world we live in. What's up, Samos? I'm sorry, bro. I didn't see you. I just saw you now. For some reason, my phone is sort of dark and hard to read. How you doing, Samos? Samos is a great supporter. Arcash is always messed up on something. Let's see. And Mike and Venus are awesome. They're awesome. Check out their channel, Mike and Venus. Mike, you know, I don't know why. Um, he doesn't want to see me give me a big hug and a big red horse. I don't know why. But anyway, you look well rested today. Yeah. It was some good action, man. That was the rest, the good action. Ouch. Crap. So here's where we're at. I'm going to show you the top of the roof here for those who haven't seen. You know, we got the golf course out here. This is the Manila golf course. Yeah, Mike, where's my big hug and my big red horse, bro? And I want to do the crazy dance with Venus. Don't worry, I won't get too close. We'll just do the crazy dance. You know, she does all the crazy dancing. Anyway, yeah, you guys, pretty cool, pretty cool. Man, that feels good. This heat on my feet down there with that grass. Anyway, anybody got any important questions to ask? So they said something about the strait being closed. I guess that's going to raise gas prices. I don't know. There's a plane, by the way, coming from the airport or leaving the airport. I mean, leaving the airport. Yeah. Let's see. That rooftop is nice setup. Yeah, I know, bro. We don't have the window, but we have the nice rooftop up here. Wonder if I can get one of those star apples from this tree. Let me check. See if I can get me a free, delicious star apple over here. Ay, ay, ay. I never heard of star apples in the North in USA. Have y'all ever heard of star apples in USA? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I see some over there, but they're too far. Uh, yeah, those are too far. There's a bunch over there too that are too far. Let's see. Hadley, great song. Hadaway, great song. What is love? What is love? Thank you, bro. Thank you for the compliment. We got a beautiful flower here. You know, I don't know about Mike or anybody else that's been in the Philippines. I don't see a lot of flowers um, over here. But anyway, it is what it is. Somebody's out there playing some golf right now. Samo says, "What happened with the last live? Mike phone dead. What happened with the last live? I can't even remember, bro. I remember the good action this morning. That's what I remember. But anyway, um, trying to remember. Hey, I'll sit down for a while and think. Too hot here. Uh, right now it's not that bad. We got this breeze going on, but it's going to get hot. Yeah, it's going to get hot. I think it's going to turn to 31 Celsius today. Samos. Oh, Alan C's in here too. Sorry, bro. I just saw that. Alan C says important questions to ask. What's the topic for today? You know, always Philippine stuff. But I was going to let y'all guys know that I have a video coming out tonight, and I think it's going to be about the. I haven't decided which one to put out, but I think I'm going to put out the one about the stalker girls. Yeah, I had two stalker girls over here in the Philippines, so I think I'll talk about those. Yeah, stories about those. Yeah. Let's see. Mike had good boom boom this morning. Yeah. Anyway, there's Makati, Manila, Philippines, over there on that side. And we got these big water tanks over here. They do water filtration. They do laundry over there. And then this is also part of Makati, I think. Yeah, yeah, that's also part of Makati too. And then BGC is like behind me, but you can't see it too good over here. It's only about a 10-minute walk over there to BGC. Uh, about a 10-minute walk to Crazy Town, the crazy nightlife area in Makati from here, and about a 10-minute walk to the train station from here. This is a big old Wells Fargo building we have here. I'll zoom into that. India, Akash, y'all have Wells Fargo in India? Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of it? They even got a clothesline up here. Hey, so anyway, trying to remember the videos I put out recently was the resort I went to that I stayed for a birthday party. That birthday party, basically, over here, the birthday person pays for all the birthday stuff, so I pay nothing to go to this resort. I paid nothing for food. I paid nothing for Red Horse to drink, and paid nothing for karaoke. Paid nothing to stay in the hut. I showed the hut in the video, and anyway, it's a beautiful, quiet place. I did that video like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm a little more quiet in that, and I just show a lot of the area. We have. Oh, you got Wells Fargo there. Mike Avina says I saw that Wells Fargo went on the way to the condo when we met Tita Marie and her husband. We're, so I guess they were in Makati. I saw your video on that. And also, there's a Trump Tower out here somewhere. Yeah, there's a Trump Tower in Makati somewhere. I'm not sure where it's at. See if I can find it. So Arcash might want to attack if I let him know about that. Anyway, hey, quiet neighborhood over here. Pretty much a quiet neighborhood. Nice little neighborhood. We got a convenience store over here too, right by us. Going to be here for about 3 more weeks, and then we're planning on looking at another place for another month. See how that is. Checking out different places right now. Tita Marie, when you said we met Tita Marie, now I don't know much about Tita Marie though. Maybe it's one of those vloggers been around for forever. I don't know. Hey, I'm surprised that NPR guy has so many people because it's been 3 years. I don't know. I don't know why, but anyway, he's got a lot of people. Is a YouTuber friend of ours. Okay. How long has she been doing YouTube? Been a long time. Akash did some kind of weird picture or something on there. Do you think Alan C said? Do you think Red Horse Mike is too strong for me? Yeah, probably. I think what is the percentage on Red Horse, Mike? You remember? I think it's about 8%, 7%, 8%, something like that. 6.7 or something like that. About 7, 8%. Yeah, it's probably if you're asking that, then it's probably too strong for you. I think Mike normally drinks the San Miguel. Um, it reminds me of Heineken, except it's stronger than Heineken. Yeah, he's a professional drinker. I'm not a professional drinker, but I I'm okay with it. I'm okay with a lot of crazy drinks, like really strong stuff for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because it runs in my blood, family wise. I don't know, but I just try to stay away from trouble and all that kind of mess. But you might like San Miguel better. Yeah, I would probably do San Miguel. The girls they like the apple flavor. San Miguel. I cash. Don't be throwing no rainbows in here, bro. What the heck's wrong with you? Raindrops keep falling on my head. Anyway, what can we talk about? Anything interesting going on in the world today? Anything interesting going on in the world today? I tell you, it hasn't rained here in Philippines in like over a freaking month out here. At least in Manila, anyway. Manila, Mindoro. Venus likes that Smirnoff mule. I remember watching a video of her drinking something. Um, yeah, Eve likes the San Miguel apples. I've never had Smirnoffs. Any kind of Smirnoff. I'm not a drinker, bro. Bama, where you at, bro? You're the drinker. You're the guy I hang out with that does all the drinking. Where's he at? So yeah, I'll try to think of something to talk about Philippines wise. I got this message sent to me, and it said that my videos were showing up in Chinese. Can anybody verify that? Has anybody seen my videos showing up with me talking Chinese? That's what someone told me this morning. I got that message. And they told me to turn auto dubbing off because of it. So I did. They said, you're not getting many views right now because all your videos showing up in Chinese. I'm like, freaking YouTube, man. What's up with that? I like live music venues. Uh, well, I'm gonna say you're gonna find plenty of karaoke over here. Let's see, what's the nightlife in Manila like? What places can you go to? You like the live music venues? You can go down to Makati here. Yeah, go down to Makati. Try to remember what else. P Burgess Street. That's your nightlife area. That is where a lot of the girls work, and it's also. But I'm trying to think of a better spot for you because you're more about music. Maladi has the big casino over there in Maladi, and they have the girls out there too. Uh, all going peaceful, but Trump doesn't seem to like people living peacefully. Samo says, I haven't noticed that. Yeah, I think it's a snowflake just trying to cause trouble, trying to get me to turn off auto dubbing. There's another plane flying up out of the airport. All your videos show up in English to me. Yeah, I don't I don't know this person that sent me the message. They're probably a snowflake, and they just don't like that I talk about snowflakes. Yeah, for me, they were showing up in local Indian language, Tamil. I turned off auto translate. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I need to turn it back on, bro. Because anyway, it's supposed to help. Let's see what this guy's doing. There's some guy out here on top of a roof. Oh, he's man. Yep, he's doing laundry. I think it's a guy. It's pretty quiet out here. Pretty quiet, pretty peaceful. Let's see. Do you make Mike Jr. this morning? Did you make Mike Jr.? I hope not. That's funny, bro. Uh, iCast says yes. Oh, yeah. I already read that. I turned off auto translate. Okay. Yes, girls. Yes, girls. Yeah, Malate and Makati. Makati Avenue, and P. Burgess. That's like the action area. And if you go to Malate, the main road over there in Malate, it's close to the Manila Bay. That's the action area. Like I said, they have the big casino. All these places have a bunch of like karaoke clubs and different things like that. Yeah, and just nightclubs. Quezon City. If you go down to Quezon City around T Mog, they've got some I think pretty good nightclubs there. It looks like I've seen people coming out of there all drunk. You know, like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll still be out and about walking, going to McDonald's or something. Yeah, they'll be out there. I remember seeing this one girl, man. She was totally lost. She was totally lost. She was all messed up. If your videos are coming out Chinese, maybe somebody hacked your videos from China. I know that's what I was thinking. I was like, this is weird, dude. Because I'll say the last two videos haven't even hit over 100 yet. And that's a little bit strange because these are two good videos. And yeah, here I've been getting about higher and they haven't hit over 100. It's a little bit weird. But YouTube's always messing around doing updates and stuff. I don't know, bro. Samo says, incredible how we can talk over YouTube being on the opposite side of the world. Yeah, it is. And, you know, I brought this up before. If somebody wants to be on video on one of these lives with me, we can do it, but we have to do it before the video. Akash, everybody's invited except for, nah, even Akash is invited. Anyway, it'd be funny to have Akash on here. It'd be like, hello, good morning, I'm Akash. No, they play in whatever the language the viewer. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work, right, Akash? That, that's right. How's your business going, Akash, bro? You haven't talked about it. Eve said you probably done been bankrupt. I'm so mean to you, man. Why am I so mean to you? I gotta stop being mean to Akash. I'm so mean. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Good morning from India. Make India great again, Akash. Come on, bro. Oh man, I heard that Iran attacked you guys out there in the sea. Yeah, Iran was attacking India out in the sea. That's pretty stupid, bro, for them to do that. The country with the most population, one of the, you know, most important countries in the world, in my opinion. They're pretty stupid, bro. Let's see. Hi, beautiful people. What's up, Carrie? How's it going? Hey, Carrie, before I forget, I checked into that Cash App thing. That's something that does not work in the Philippines. Yeah, we're not able to use Cash App over here in the Philippines. Sort of like Google Voice, that you can't create an account here in the Philippines as well. You can't do it here. You can do it in the USA. You can bring it over here, and it will work with Google Voice. But you got to do it before you leave. How you doing, Carrie? Yeah, it's good to see you. I didn't see you last time. How are you doing? Samo says, Mike, what other nationalities have you seen in Manila? A lot of Africans are going there now. Man, there's a lot of people from everywhere. The last people I've been hanging out with, talking with, was a lady from Hungary. I didn't put these on lives. It was just whenever I was not on live and I was just out traveling, because a lot of days I'm spending like 5 hours walking. And I'm not going to do a 5 hour live, especially when it freaking the signal goes out on my time all the time. My battery gets hot, battery's dying, stuff like that on my iPhone. But yeah, Hungary. These are the last foreigners I hung out with. Hungary, UK, a real cool UK guy. His name's Chris. The Hungry girl, I can't remember her name. We were on the train together talking. Um, but anyway, she likes to travel and she's just all over the place. I don't think she vlogs or anything. I think she just some hungry rich kid. But anyway, so Hungary, UK, Japan, tall guy from Japan, 39 years old. He's been in my live stream. He's been one of the watchers. And then there's, let's see, what I say, Hungary, UK, Japan, and then there's some other Americans I've talked to recently. Yeah. Let's see, a lot of Africans. Yeah, there is. I hardly ever see any Spanish people over here. I see some Indian people. They tend to be trying to make money, so they're too busy to just chill. you know, they're doing loan sharking, which is illegal. And so I've seen some Indians out here, Africans, quite a few Africans. If you see a black person over here, they're usually African. They're usually not American, but I have seen some American ones too. Matter of fact, a good guy named Corey that I ran into, he's working for American Express out here, and he's been on my live watching too. Um, he is a black guy from USA, but he doesn't act black. He acts white. He's not authentic. No, I'm joking, bro. He might watch this later. Let's see. Nah, he's a cool guy. He does like basketball. Let's see, Mike. What? Okay. Da, 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 da. And other people. There's people I've met from Denmark and other Europe countries. I can't remember exactly the different names. When you see a really tall guy, he's probably from East Europe because that's where a lot of really tall white guys come from. If you really see a really tall black guy, he's probably from Africa. If you see a really tall Asian, he's probably from either China or Japan, like Yao Ming. No, I'm just kidding. Carrie says use a VPN and set it for US so you can set up a cash app. All right, I'll try that. Let me do a screenshot. I'll try to do that. Oh, move out of the way there. Okay, there we go. Okay, I see that, King Bob. Appreciate that again. My favorite streamer. Thank you, man. You're too nice, bro. I'll do a screenshot of that too. I gotta give some appreciation to you guys on my messages, my posting. I'm so out of it, bro. I'd rather do these live streams than to be doing a bunch of posting things. But the videos, I like making videos though. But anyway, yeah, I had a VPN I was using. Can't even remember the name of it. Maybe they'll pay me one day to sponsor or something like that. Anyway, my new favorite streamer, I appreciate that, King Bob. And yeah, if you want to, tell me about yourself or if you have any questions, feel free, bro. Whatever, man. I'm here for you. Here for you guys. So, who's coming to the Philippines next? Out of you guys, who's the next person to come to the Philippines? Samo says, Mike, what is the Red Street freelancer area there in Manila? You should do videos from these areas. Yeah, check out. I did one, bro. Check out Makati Ave. It's a video on the front. It says Makati Ave. That is one of the areas, and I go out and I talk to some of the people out there, walk around the area. You know, with YouTube, you're on a thin line on what you can do and say. Basically, can you do it? Yes, but can you get paid for it? No. So, like my Angeles City video I did down there in that area, that basically they're not paying me anything for any of the views. Yeah, it sucks, bro. I mean, I can put it out. People can watch it. They can make money off of the advertising, but they're not going to pay me anything for it. You know, it's crazy. Thank you, King Bob. Got to go. By the bye. Take care, King Bob. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the super chat or super thanks or whatever it is. Alan C says Punjabi, and I hope you have a wonderful day, King Bob. Alan C says Punjabi are the fighters in India. I think they're non-turban wearers. Sheiks wear turbans. Oh, you're teaching me something, bro. I didn't know about this. Punjabi are the fighters in India. Think they don't wear turbans. Well, Akash, can you answer this? He's from India. Do the Punjabis wear turbans? That's our question. Do the Punjabis wear turbans? Yeah, I don't know why those last two videos don't even have 100 views on them. Even Samos did a hype on them. He hyped the videos. Uh, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what's out here. Still pretty quiet day. Got some birds flying around. Yeah, no rain in over a month. Almost about like a month and a half. No rain out here. Pretty hot, about 31 Celsius. Now's a good time to be up in Baguio, really. Baguio's out in the mountains, and the temperature there is going to be about 10 degrees cooler than it is here. At least 10, 15, 20 degrees cooler. Hindi is their main language. Yeah, and Hinduism is the religion. I've been trying to think if it's like, if I met like 70 women or like 80 women. I don't know, bro. Or maybe even 90 women. I think it's close to about 80, to be honest with you. I was trying to figure it out because when I talk to people, I was thinking about even doing a video about that. But, why is YouTube demonizing our Angeles City videos? You know, I don't know, bro. I mean, I have no idea. Hello, what's up? What's up, Junior? Junior the King. Got another King in here. How's it going? Where you from? Demonizing. Demonizing, yeah. I thought it was demonetizing, but it's demonizing. I'm from Philippines. I'm good. That's awesome, bro. How old are you, Junior the King? I am 53, soon to turn 54. And there's this one vlogger that's about 70 years old. And I just found out his wife was 37 years younger than him. What do y'all think about that? 37 years younger than him. I also found out, my friend told me that they were getting divorced. So he must have married her not here. He must have married her in Guam or USA or somewhere like that. Because there's no divorce allowed here in the Philippines if you get married. I'm from Philippines. I'm good. That's awesome. It's almost my birthday, April 29th. Yeah, that's what's today? I don't even know today, but yeah, about a week. Happy birthday, happy early birthday to you. Desert Channel Explorers, what's up, man? How you doing? How many subscribers do you have now? Anybody else got a channel? I know Desert Channel Explorers has a channel. I know Mike and Venus, they're around 3,000 subscribers. I'm around 3,000 subscribers. What about you, Desert Channel? Where are you at? You're welcome, Junior the King. Demonetizing is what I meant. Sorry. Well, it's the same. It's demonizing, demonetizing. I figured you probably meant that. Junior. Oh, Junior the King has a channel. Okay. What's your channel about, Junior? How have I been? I've been good. How about yourself? Can't complain. Desert Channel Explorers got 2,000 now. Past 2,000. Congratulations, man. How long you been doing your channel now, Desert Channel? I want to say you've been doing it for about a year, maybe. Alan C says, I'll be in the Philippines in a couple months. You're going to, where are you going to go, man? Manila, Cebu? I think you're going to Cebu, right, Alan? I think you said you're going to Cebu, I believe. Or maybe you're going to Manila since you were asking me about stuff around here. Maybe you're going to both. You're welcome, Desert Channel. Oh, about 15 months. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad you're doing okay, though, right? You're doing well? Junior the Keen says, edits Roblox videos. Edits. What do people mean when they say edits? I know Roblox, you show the game, I guess. But I don't know what people mean by doing edits. What does that mean exactly? I don't get it. Edits. Yeah, Desert Channel. I don't know if you started it yet. What country watches your channel the most? You know, have you looked at the numbers? You know what country's watching you the most? For my regular videos, most of the people that watch are Americans. Now, for my live stream, it's actually Filipinos watch the most. It's weird. That might be a little bit different now since I looked at it. Big Oz, King Oz, what's up, man? How you doing? Sounds like they're doing a party over here, by the way. We'll check this out in a second. How you doing, Big Oz? How was your day? Your Saturday, right? Sunday over here in the Philippines now. Yeah, I don't know why, Oz, but I got a freaking message from somebody saying my videos were showing up with me talking in Chinese. If you notice that, please let me know, bro. I think it's a snowflake that's messing with me, personally. Doing good. I didn't get a notification. I know. What the heck is going on, bro? Did I get hacked or something? This is really bugging me, bro. People saying they're not getting notifications. They're seeing my stuff in Chinese. What the heck? I'm going to have to go into my settings on users having control of different things and see if there's something in there going on. I'll go on my YouTube. I mean, not my YouTube, my laptop later and check it out. What statistics are you able to see from YouTube, Mike? Demographics and stuff. Sure, you can see the average amount of time that people view your videos. You can see how many people view your videos. You can see what percentage of different countries are watching your videos, from your regular videos to your short videos to your live streams. I just saw your notification now. Do you push up? I know. I've always worried about that. I did a lot of push ups in the Army. Back in the Army, when I left the Army, I did I think it was 75 or 80 push ups in 2 minutes, which was really, I think it was like 80 something push ups in 2 minutes, which is really good because the max I think it was like 65. It would max you out. So I was doing really good on push-ups. My sit-ups weren't all that great. They were pretty average, but my push-ups were awesome. But the thing is, with push-ups, I've been thinking about the whole bending here of the arteries and stuff. So I don't do push-ups anymore, but maybe I should, because I need to work out, bro. My old age, your muscles start to disappear on you. So I need to do something. I know that. In the U.S., I was doing a little bit of weights, not anything too strenuous, but I was just doing some. Um, Ozzy says, I must have just missed it. That's possible. My dream is want to be in the Army, says Junior the King. Bro, I hope your dream comes true. What's up, lazy noob? How's it going? Yeah, I remember. Remember me, lazy doctor? Yeah, I remember. How's it going, man? Ozzy says, I used to do push-ups when I was late teens into my early 30s. I can't do any now. Let's see how many. I'll do a couple. I don't want to do too many because my blood pressure, bro, has been weird. I had blood pressure recently. I checked it 3 times. One time it was like 155 over 100. Another time it was like 152 over 96. And then another time it was 124 over 70. No, over 67. 124 over 67. It's so weird, bro. But anyway, that was a really high blood pressure, getting over 150. So I'm just going to do a couple. I don't want to overdo it. See if I can do them. Have the straight back in the military. Did a straight back. There. Did 2 of them. Don't want to do too many because I might have a heart attack, to be honest with you. Laugh out loud. I'm still rich. Lazy noob, still rich. By the way, I have 20 subscribers. Congratulations, bro. Hey, Desert Storm, you still in here? I'm going to turn you guys on. Y'all can connect to each other. Make y'all turn blue so y'all can connect if y'all want to. Lazy, anybody else need to connect? Let me know. If I ever wanted to X myself, all I would have to do is try running. I think a lot of people will be surprised. I mean, after the vaccine shot I got, I could barely move. I could go from right here to that flower and just be totally out of breath. But now I'm walking 5 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours a day, some days. I think the most I've ever walked in one day is like 9 hours, so 9 or 10 hours, somewhere like that. I know, Ozzy, I've been talking to girls about you, saying, I know this guy over in the USA. He's a really nice guy. And trying to get you a girl, bro. I mean, let's see. Lazy Noob says he's in Calatrava, by the way. Still in the Philippines. I don't know Calatrava, bro. I have no idea what that is. Well, mod. It's just a temporary moderation, bro, to help you connect. Junior the King, I'm going to turn you on to. Y'all can connect with each other if you'd like. I'm going to turn it off later, but I'll do it real quick. Let me see here. Yeah, there we go. So if y'all want to, help each other out, you can. Samo says 10 years older, 40. Yeah, Samos is 48. Ozzy's 58. Let's see. Calatrava is where my grandma lives. Okay, I'm guessing it might be in Mindanao because I don't know a lot about Mindanao. Thanks. You're welcome. And if Desert is in here, I'm sure he'll like to connect, get his, you know, his views up and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Oz, how's it going today, bro? I'm going to show this area again for the people that haven't seen it. I'm in Makati right now. I'm on top of a roof. This is where I'm staying at. This is a hotel I'm staying. I'm going to have a video all about the hotel, the cost and everything. You can stay here for a month if you want, and it's a good deal. But there's some other places I'm looking at too that are going to be even better deals than the place here. But it's got a nice rooftop. This is the golf course, Manila Golf Course. You can see somebody's out there playing some golf on top of that hill over there. This is the largest golf course in the Philippines. Very beautiful. And then this is buildings over in Makati. Back behind here, you got some buildings you can barely see over in BGC. Got tons of videos about BGC already. And then over here, still Makati as well, all this. The nightlife area is in that direction. Mike, isn't Mindanao dangerous? I don't know. Lazy Noob says he has 30 submarines. Mindanao, actually, the safest city is in Mindanao. Mindanao is a very big place. So there is some places there that are very dangerous, though. Because it's a huge island, there's certain areas that they have a red warning on, and they tell Americans not to go to these areas. Matter of fact, I heard of somebody recently that got unalived down there in that area. So don't go to the red areas, but you can go over to Siargao. A lot of foreigners hang out there. They go surfing. And Davao City is a beautiful city. I got a friend that lives there, and it's very beautiful. And it's very clean and nice. Junior says, "Do you know Philippines language?" I know some of the language. Yep. We're Maganda Hapon right now. Good afternoon. Magandang Hapon. What is a citizen? What it a citizen? What it a citizen? What it a citizen? I don't know what you're talking about. That's Ozzy, right? Yeah, Ozzy. Was it a citizen? Oh, was it a citizen? I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Was it a citizen? I'm trying to remember. Trying to remember different stories in different places. That one down there was, I think it was a local, I believe. I can't recall exactly. There was also here in Tondo. Now I watched the video of this one. Tondo's a very dangerous area. Tondo is in Manila. Don't really. Eve doesn't want to go to Tondo. And basically, there I do remember three locals. These two locals attacked this one, and oh my gosh, it was a bloody mess, dude. Bloody mess. Maybe I shouldn't say how they got the guy, but it's on video. I'm going to say this, Ozzy. There is CCTV everywhere. Why? That's a good thing, I'd say, because it's for your security. They have the cameras all over the place. So if you have any trouble, people are recorded, and the government can go and check it out. especially in the city areas. Now the province areas are a little bit different, but especially in city areas, they have cameras out all over the place. So it deters criminal activity. And once again, USA's murder percentage rate is higher than the Philippines percentage rate. So I feel safer here than over there. And you know, I go all over the place. Matter of fact, I was in a pretty bad area last night, about 9 o'clock last night. I was out going a couple places, and it was a pretty bad area. But one thing we do is we put our bag in the front, because if you have it in the back, you'll see that. I've seen Filipinos, I'm like, why do they have their book bag in the front? That way nobody's like picking their book bag from behind. Say if you're in a, standing in a bus or something, or not a bus, but a train, you're standing around in a train or something like that, you know. So that's just one security measure that you can do. That guy unalived, yeah, yeah, that dude was definitely unalive, bro. It's a crazy video. Eve showed it to me, and that was in, what do you call it, Tondo. Yeah, that was in Tondo. It's a dangerous area in Manila, but it's Manila's huge as well. So you have, man, I've never been to Tondo, never been there. I wouldn't mind going though, but she doesn't want me to go. She's like, you're crazy if you go there. Samo says, I believe both were foreigners. One of them was a loan shark married to a local Muslim woman. Yeah, you're right. Now that I remember, Samos. Yeah, you're right. No, that's the Mindanao thing. Now, I don't know about one being a. I mean, one was a foreigner and he was married to a Muslim lady. Yeah. But the one over here was definitely locals. I watched the video of it. It happened in a computer repair shop in Tondo. Let me think of something else. I mean, we had this one Marine guy, Ozzy, that was jealous. I think it was the Cebu area, and on the Cebu Island, he unalived his wife because she was cheating on him. Yeah, that happened too. But still, you know, there's a lot more trouble with unaliving in the USA than here. Samo says, Mike, what are you and Eve doing for lunch? How much will it cost? We're talking about going over to BK today. Probably about maybe about maybe $4 or $5, something like that. And so, what else is going on? I don't know if I'm going to go out walking today or not. It's so hot, bro. It's 31 Celsius here. Anybody know what 31 Celsius is? I know Americans wouldn't know. But anybody, because America is the only place in the world, I think, that uses Fahrenheit. Uh, Ozzy says, so how harsh is the legal system there? You know, in China it's very harsh. Here, it's pretty. It's more harsh than the United States is, but I wouldn't say it's anywhere close to China. China is extremely harsh, bro. If you unalive somebody, they'll unalive you in about 2 or 3 days over there. So we are an Asian country, so they're more harsh than over in the Western countries, but it's still not too bad, you know. I personally agree with the China's way. Personally, I think as tough as they are, I'm with them on that. You know, I'm a big fan of China. Anyway, do they put murderers in prison forever in the Philippines? Samos, I appreciate that, man. Samos bought our lunch today. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, my man. Do they put murderers in prison forever in the Philippines? No, I don't think they do. I think it's similar to U.S. I think it's similar to U.S., but the thing about being in jail in the Philippines, you know, it's going to be rougher than the U.S. Thanks a lot, Samos. I appreciate that, man. Carol, how's it going, Carol? Carol's in Australia. I'm wearing your ACDC shirt today for Carol in Australia. Let's see. Did you see Vitaly there? I have not seen Vitaly. I was watching some of his videos over in the US when he was doing a bunch of crazy stuff. And then he brought it over here, and Philippines wasn't putting up with it like USA was putting up with it. I mean, safety, security, all that kind of stuff, being strict on things is better over here than the USA. I'm not going to say it's tons better. Like, you know, China's very, very strict, bro. I mean, I never looked at the rate for unaliving over there in China, but I'd be surprised if the percentage was very high. I don't think it would be very high. But those Spanish countries down there below USA, they're pretty bad. You know, get around Venezuela and Honduras. Honduras is bad. Good to see you, Carol. How you doing today, Carol? Samos says the Tondo hit was a Hungarian married to it. No, that's a totally different one, bro. I don't know about this one. That's funny you said he was married to a Hungarian because, hold on. The Tondo hit was a Hungarian married to a local. Oh, hold on. You're talking about that computer repair shop? Well, you know, the guy that got unalived in the computer repair shop, we thought he was a local, but it was sort of hard to tell, to be honest with you. Competing local business owner ordered the. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I didn't know that. I thought he was. I thought he was a local too. Trying to remember. Yeah, I think you're. I think you're right then, because I heard that it had to do with business, competing business. I think it was that one. I heard about another one too somewhere, or maybe that was the same one. Let's see. Favorite Filipino dish: crispy pata. Someone um, and tinola. Crispy pata, tinola, and kari kari. Those are my top three favorite Filipino dishes. Well, thank you. You're welcome, Carol. Samo says USA only charges whites. Blacks get away with literal murder, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean it's crazy how many times they're convicted of things and they're still walking out on the street. Every single time I've seen where somebody's convicted of 50 things or 70 things or 100 things has always been a non-white person in the USA. I've never seen a white person. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. I've never seen a white person that they said that about. Anyway, it's a lot of unfair stuff going on over there. And thanks for the 11 likes, guys. I appreciate that too. And I'm so happy that our signal is working good up here. What is that? CC, I think. As of 2016, China's suicide, now the suicide rate's probably pretty high. And suicide rates are actually probably higher in the whole world over unaliving. Check check that one out. Let's see. Now 15. The China's rates dropping, but that's still pretty high, bro. That's pretty high. If the suicide rate is, okay, out of 100,000. Okay, I thought it was out of 100, so it's 100,000. Okay. Anyway, um, news just doesn't talk about suicide. Also, somewhere, I think this was in the USA. Someone recently murdered. I'm sorry, unalived their wife, and then they unalived themselves. Oh yeah, it was a politician over in the USA. I just heard about that one, and I keep hearing a bunch about people hating their jobs over there. I keep hearing a bunch of stuff about people losing their jobs. I keep hearing a bunch of stuff about people can't find a job in the USA. A lot of problems in the job market over in the USA, from what I hear. And I mean, personally, my opinion is you could probably find a job in the USA, but you need to make at least $20 an hour, and 90% of those jobs aren't going to pay that. Yeah, it was I think it was a lieutenant governor, wasn't it, or something like that. I don't think it was the main governor. I believe they had two kids too. One, they had at least one kid, two kids, something like that. Maybe even three. Lieutenant, yeah, I thought it was lieutenant governor. Let's see, my video tonight will probably be about the stalker girls. Out of those, about dozens of girls I met here in the Philippines, I actually had some that were stalking me, bro. And I think I'll put that video out tonight. So I don't know if I'll put that one out, but I think I will. I think that would be a good one for tonight. We'll see how it does. Because, anyway, Samo says, I was looking at China for relocating, but it's nearly impossible to get a long term visa there. Too much concrete as well, and the winters are rough. And I actually know a friend of mine, his brother got unalived in China, bro. After drinking some fruit punch at a party, he went home and yeah, he wasn't even 35. I think he was about 30 years old. It was a weird story, bro. I don't I'm not into that. How are they stalking you and why? We gotta watch the video, bro. But anyway, I will say that one was like an online stalking, and the other one was a in-person stalking. That's what it's going to be about. And why? Because they like me, bro. Yeah, believe it or not, you could get a stalker. A guy can get a stalker in the Philippines. I don't think you can get that in the USA anymore. Maybe back in the very old days. Let's see how long we've been on now. 74 minutes. Wow, that flew by. Yeah, that's pretty simple answer there. Though. Pretty simple. I know. I mean, it's like over in the USA, I'm just an average guy. It's weird. What women were you telling about me? Oh, bro. Yeah, there was this one. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. This one that I think was really a good girl, and I was telling her about you. Because, you know, you're a high quality man in the Philippines, Oz. If I could get you a high quality woman, I'd be like, maybe Oz will come over here and we can hang out and drink some Red Horse, bro. Let's see, were you the stalkers good looking? Were the stalkers good looking? One yeah, one no. Let's see, you're trying to hook me up with stalkers. Oh man. Yeah, it was the two stalker girls. No, I'm joking, bro. Nothing wrong with stalker hottie. Yeah, I know, bro. If they, I wouldn't say it was like super hot, you know. But anyway, uh, yeah, that'd be awesome if all the super hot girls were stalking us. That'd be crazy, bro. But yeah. Anyway, I think it's about maybe 11 minutes. The video. Yes, I should put it out sometime around dinner time here. Let's see, got 6 people in here. So, any questions about the Philippines? Any other questions about the Philippines or anything in particular? How's your dog going, Ozzy? Your little dog. I think is it a Shih Tzu? I know you got a small one or a mixed. I think it's a mix. I'll watch it. Appreciate that, man. Hype it too, bro. I'm not asking for much. Just watching hype. It's free. It's free to watch and hype. Oh man, I gotta do something better though. I tell you what, I gotta figure out something better. I gotta start selling some merch or something. She still hasn't found a job yet, but you know that takes a little time. Eve hasn't, and this month my income from YouTube isn't doing as good as last month. I had that one video get almost 30,000 views, but shoot, most of them only get close to 1,000. My dog is awesome. She's a mixed breed. Is she part mixed breed, mixed like Shih Tzu? Is she part Shih Tzu? Is what I want to say. A lot of people here in the Philippines they like these Shih Tzus, and they put them in baby strollers and they roll them around in the malls. And then sometimes I'll see the miniature Chihuahuas. People will have some of those. Hardly ever see those mean dogs, bro. There's this one German Shepherd out here though. He looks mean, but he hasn't barked or anything. He just looks at you when you walk by. Probably if you tried to go to the door of the people's house, he'd probably eat you or something. But yeah, that's another thing I like about being over here in the Philippines. You don't have a lot of those pit bull, uh, mean breed dogs over here. My dad, he got attacked one day by a pit bull. He didn't get. I think he got his hand bit or something like that. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't a bad attack. But there's a lot of people over there in the U.S. that get unalived by those dogs. 55. Oh, bigger than I thought, man. I thought he was small. Golden retrievers and husky, they get a little bit big. Samo says YouTube won't allow hyping more than 3 times a week, Mike. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate everything you do, bro. She even have a little miniature schnauzer in her. Oh, okay. Miniature schnauzer, husky, golden retriever. That is definitely mixed. Steven says, "Have you seen any monkeys over here?" Yeah, I saw a bunch of monkeys, bro. When I was in Bantangas, and I went out to the ocean out there with this girl that I was actually she was my girlfriend at the time. We lasted for about a month, but she couldn't get over this guy before me. He was a younger American guy, you know, so of course he looked better than me. He had blonde hair, blue eyes. She was like fascinated by this dude. And we had a wonderful time, though. She was a worker. She worked from home doing call center work. And we stayed together. And she was a pretty girl from Bohol. And we were living up here in Manila. And she had this company trip and invited me on the company trip. So we went and took the trip down to Bantangas. That's where a lot of these companies do stuff like that. They go to these really nice places. And if you have a girlfriend working in a company and they go to a really nice place, you're probably going to go with them. And so, yeah, we stayed down there. It was totally free. Lots of free food. A lot of good food. Filipino food. And wonderful time in Bantangas. Bantangas is another spot I recommend going to. It's a, what do they call it? Um, Touristy kind of place, but it's very beautiful, natural place. Not too far from Manila. She's fairly small. Yeah, I thought she was fairly small. She must have half of it, the miniature, in her. I guess 30 pounds. Yeah, that's not too big. Have you seen any? Yeah, monkeys. Yeah. So I saw a bunch of them there whenever we were riding on a. What were we riding on? I think it was a bus, and the bus stopped, or a van. Yeah, it was a van. We were taking the shuttle van down to the oceans of Bantangas, and it's also sort of mountain area too. So we walked out there in the mountain areas, and we went into the water of the ocean. And a cool story is the girl. She was a nice girl, but and she was in her 20s. Almost every girl that I dated was in her 20s. Eve is in her 30s. I winded up going to the older girl, you know, eventually. And we've been together really off and on for about 3 years now. But anyway, when we were in Bantangas, out there in the water, my glasses fell into the water. I don't even remember where exactly. We're moving around in the ocean. She goes under the water like a freaking mermaid. She's looking all over the water under there, and she finds my glasses, bro. I mean, yeah, that was pretty nice. Or, you know, I, you know, I'm such a bad boy, bro. I am. I'm a bad guy. Does Eve stalk your lives, Mike? Probably. She's probably on here right now. Yeah. She agrees with me. She's like, "Yeah, you're a bad boyfriend." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I am. I am. I'm not the best boyfriend over here. I haven't been because I've been so spoiled, bro. When you come over and you're with you know these beautiful girls and that are doing things that are amazing compared to the girls over in the USA, I got freaking spoiled, man. I did. I got spoiled big time. And if I was you guys, I don't have a lot of money, but you guys that have a lot of money, y'all could just stay single for a long time and have a good time and everything and be very, very, very selective. I mean, I I sort of did that. I mean, when you have a, about 80 girls and then I was being very selective, but now that I look back at it, I would have did things different. I would have budgeted my money better. I didn't go out and blow a bunch of money with the girls. I might take them um, to eat at Jollibee, fast food. A lot of times we go eat fast food or Pizza Hut. You know, I didn't. I wasn't taking them to any kind of fancy places. Now, the one girl that I came over here for, I took her to Texas Roadhouse. I mean, I was crazy about that girl. I've taken Eve to Texas Roadhouse. We've been together for a long time. And, but most of the girls, a lot of guys just take them to get coffee. But the thing is, if you're going to Starbucks and you're going to spend, say, $3 on a coffee, might as well go to Jollibee and get a meal for $3 because they love Jollibee over here. Thomas, what's up, Thomas? How you doing? Thomas, Fly Swatter, and Andrew. Let me turn off those two on the moderation before I forget. It's just trying to help them hook up with each other. But yeah, those monkeys were cool. But be careful. You don't want a monkey jumping on you, attacking you. There was a bunch of them in the street. I think there was, I took some pictures too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6, 8, probably about 6 or 8 or 10 monkeys out there in the street whenever our shuttle van was going down the road. We stopped for a little bit. They were all over the road, so we couldn't get by, and we had to wait for them to move over. Remove that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Samos, I appreciate that. Yeah, that would take care of Burger King today, man. I think that's where we're going. I've been doing that freaking Burger King like every day. Uh, yeah, for both of us. Yep, that takes care of it. Good day. Hey Thomas, how you doing? Where are you from? Thomas Fleiswater and Andrew? I think Thomas is Filipino, right? Philippines. What part of Philippines you at? Starting to get hotter out here, by the way. Starting to feel hot, and we're going to be walking. We got about a 10, well, really about 13, 14, about 14-minute walk to get over there. So we could call you Andrew. There you go. So Andrew, that's good. Thank you, Ozzy, for helping me figure that out. Hey Andrew, where are you from? Are you in the Philippines? Are you from USA? You from Australia? We have quite a few people from Australia. I was in the mall the other day, and there was this huge group of foreigners, white people. And I'm like, I bet you these people are from Australia. So I walked over to the older lady that was in the group. I said, "Are you guys from Australia?" She said, "Yeah." I was out walking last night in that bad neighborhood, and there was this older Filipina lady walking down the street, and she had these big bags. She was so small, and I was like, "Ma'am, can I take the bags for you?" But she's scared, you know. She's like, "No, I got this." Scared I'm gonna run off with her bag, I guess. Yeah, from Philippines. Awesome. Good to see you, Thomas. I know I've had some Thomases in my life. I don't know if you were the Thomas, but I'll say Andrew. Good to see you, Andrew. Steven says they have a monkey there called a macaroni. I think is the name. I have seen this beach over there that's loaded with. I could stay away from them. They carry the herpes virus. I haven't heard about this one. So I guess they're on a particular island, is what it sounds like. Oh, and speaking of herpes viruses, I've noticed over in the USA, there's been a lot of STDs going around. So guys, be careful out there. Of course, over here too. I think it's a world thing. So just be careful out there. Um, I should do a commercial for Trojan, but Trojan, if you're listening, y'all sponsor me to do a commercial for you guys. uh,
And matter of fact, we have, I think it's more a different name over here. We don't, I haven't really seen Trojans. I've seen, I hate to say it, but I go to Mercury Drug and I get a certain kind. I don't even know the name of them, but they're in these little red packs. Got 3 in a pack. Let's see. I'm a young Ibis Paint times artist. Andrew is what is a Ibis Paint times artist? I know what young is. I just don't know what an Ibis Paint times artist is. Samo says, Mike, did you have any bad dates in the Philippines? Any one night stands? Yeah, I had this one girl that wanted to do a hookup. She was in her 20s and she just wanted to do hookup. And yep, that was great. um, any bad dates? Yes. Well, yeah. Eh, it, eh, I okay. I met this one girl, and she said she was a pretty girl, very pretty girl. She was in her 20s. She told me she had a kid that had some conditions, some disability condition. And I was like, well, that's fine. That's cool. I mean, I'm okay with a son. I've never had a son. I've always wanted a son. And so the thing is, she wasn't very close, like holding hands or anything like that. In my opinion, I got a feeling that maybe she had a husband or a boyfriend or something. You got to watch that over here in the Philippines. They just send the girl will go out and she'll go out with you, and it's all about trying to get some money, to help, her situation. So I think that one was like that because she was sort of cold, you know. Yep, she was pretty cold side. So there was probably somebody else in her life is the reason she was cold. And so I just told her that the date was over and take care, and that, I wasn't going to pursue her or anything. And the next day she messages me, and her message is to try to get a little bit of money. I think it was like, I don't know, 3,000, 2,000 pesos or something like that, or something, 1,000 pesos or something like that, which is about $20, $40, something like that. And I had to block her. Yeah, that was a bad date. She was a nice girl though. We had a little nice talk, so it wasn't that bad of a date. Oh, dude, there was another interesting, crazy bad date. Hold on, let me read what else people put in here. I am a emoji cat artist. Oh, okay, emoji cat. Interesting. Still very hot. Huh, 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 huh. Yeah, I know, bro. Ozzy says we have ticks that make you allergic to meat and dairy. Yeah, I know, bro. I've seen one of those ticks when I was in North Carolina, and I know somebody that has that illness. He can't eat meat or dairy. I tell Eve about these ticks, Lyme disease and so forth like that, different things. And she's like, "What is this thing you're talking about? We don't have ticks over here, and our bats don't even have rabies over here." You can look that up if you don't believe me. Yeah, I was surprised. Bats don't have rabies. There's no ticks. I've never seen a snake, and I've been to like half the freaking Philippines. Let's see. Andrew says I'll have my swimming lessons in 2 days, right at Monday. Oh, congratulations, bro, on your swimming lessons. Steven says, I mean, the name is Macaque. Macaque. Hey, dude, are you tricking me? Let's see, Louis, uh, the app. Samo says STDs in the States are out of control. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's pretty bad. even HIV, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, be careful out there. Can't find a female without 3 kids, blue or pink hair, tattoos, piercings, shake my head. Samos, exactly. Or grossly obese. Yeah, a lot better over here, man. Things are, you're going to feel like you're in an opposite world when you come halfway around the world and you're here in the Philippines. It's going to feel like an opposite vibe. Um, but like that video, I did talk about how dating is changing. Some of the girls, the younger ones, around 20 years old, 25, somewhere around there, are becoming more Americanized, more, like that. But not all, not all, you know. Um, there's still plenty over here that are available that you ain't got to deal with that kind of thing. And a lot of guys, they prefer to get someone older anyway that's more mature. I like maturity in my woman. Um, Eve, anyway, let's keep going. Just an occasional typhoon and hurricane. Let's see. Andrew says, my channel name is named after a galaxy called Andromeda. Samos says, America is basically an experimental petri dish. Man, it's getting hot out here, guys. Getting hot. I'm going to close it out in a minute. Go get lunch today. It's almost 1 o'clock. By the time we get over there, it's going to be after 1. And it's getting a little hot. So I will say I appreciate you guys, your support and everything. Thank y'all. Thank you, Andrew, for showing up. And his channel name is Andromeda, if anybody like to check it out. And he's here in the Philippines, does some kind of artwork. And Ozzy, I appreciate you all the time. And Samos, you guys are awesome. And anybody else that's watching, I appreciate. Carol, I think she might still be in here. Haven't seen her lately. But anyway, I appreciate you, Carol. And Desert was in here earlier. Yeah, it's 12:42 right now in Manila. So one last view of Manila before I jump in the elevator and me and Eve go out. Very, very quiet. Oh, I forgot. It's Sunday. No wonder. No wonder it's so quiet. I was wondering why it was so quiet. Even got a coconut tree over there across from us. A lot of people go to the malls on Sunday. I was in a mall yesterday. I was about to do a live in there, but y'all see me in so many different malls already. I got a lot of people out here golfing now. Man, that makes me jealous, bro. What we say in the Philippines is Santa all whenever we want to have something that they have. Santa all. They're so lucky to have that. It amazes me how much money these people have in the Philippines, guys. They're doing very well over here. They're very prosperous. Prosperous, yeah. Mike, take care and be safe. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. It's Carol. I don't see. Oh, Carol. Yeah, Carol. Take care, Carol. Do you eat 3 meals a day? Um, I eat lunch and dinner, Ozzy, and breakfast. I normally have maybe coffee, or this morning was just coffee. Sometimes I'll have something else. But yeah, about half the time I eat breakfast. About half the time, I always have coffee though. And yep. So yeah, I never get a real good breakfast. Um, yeah, But anyway, yeah, that's about how I eat. About the same way. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's good because I don't want to gain a bunch of weight, bro. Anyway, y'all take care. Peace out. I'm going to do a countdown. 3. Thanks for coming, everybody. Check out my video tonight. 3, 2, or morning where you guys are at. 3, 2, 1. Peace out.